Asatoma Sadgamaya Tamasoma Jyotirgamaya Mityorma Amritagamaya Om Shanti Shanti Shanti. This is a Vedic prayer. This is a wonderful prayer. It's a prayer to Lord. Lead us from unreal to real. Lead us from darkness to light. Lead us from mortality to immortality. Distinguished guests, esteemed faculty members of these great institutions, students, ladies and gentlemen present here. My previous speaker has explained very beautifully the diverse culture, diverse language, diverse religion, diverse lifestyle, diverse dresses. Nicely he has shown in his PowerPoint presentation. Just I was asking before he started how much time he will take. He told Swami, hardly I will take 20 to 25 minutes, but he has taken much time. It is very good that you have some comprehensive idea about Indian culture, about Indian civilization, about Indian tradition. Dear friends, though India is a land of diverse culture, diverse religion, diverse lifestyle, diverse languages, but the characteristics of India is unity in diversity. That is very important. You see how we are living together in India. Somebody was telling that in Muslims in India, they are considered a second-class citizen. Dear friend, it is a completely wrong idea. It is a wrong propaganda. I have asked many Muslim friends in India that how you are feeling here, you are happy here or not. They say, Swamiji, we are very happy, we are very comfortable in India, and we are living with all dignity. That is very important. And if they say, if they go to the Muslim country or Islamic country like Pakistan and Afghanistan, they will not be treated as they are treated in India with all dignity. So that is why it is one of the characteristics of Indian culture, Indian civilization, that unity in variety. There are another doubt, another misconception about India and India's culture, India's religion, and many friends, non-Hindu friends have asked me in India as well as abroad that you worship many gods and goddesses, which is very, very confusing. It confuses us. So dear friends, yes, Hinduism believes in polytheism. There is no doubt about it. Hindus, they worship many gods and goddesses. As just we have seen, somebody worship Shiva, somebody worship Krishna, somebody worship Rama. Dear friends, God is one, Allah is one, but there is different manifestation of Allah and God, or Atman or Brahman. They are all manifestation. We worship God in different name and forms according to the taste and temperament and liking and dislikings of the devotees of the people. I give example. If you go to the mall, please don't talk with you are talking with each other, it disturbs my concentration. Please keep quiet, don't talk. So this is what is called, I give this classical example. This example is like this. If you go to the mall, if you want to buy a coat, so your liking is different, another body's liking is different. Somebody likes white coat, somebody likes brown coat, somebody likes long coat, somebody likes short coat. So the taste and temperaments, There are different tastes of temperaments. So similarly, in our Hindu religion, we worship God and goddesses, a manifestation of the same God, same Allah, our Atman and Brahman, in different name and forms. So that is why we believe in polytheism. Another question many times we face, and that question is that you worship images, you worship photos, you worship idols. Yes, we worship the Hindus, they worship image, they worship photo. But I would like to tell you one incident happened in the life of Swami Vivekananda. I don't know how many you know the name of Swami Vivekananda. He was one of the great spiritual leader of 19th century and the spiritual leader also and great saint also. So same question asked by one king of Rajasthan. That place is called Alwar. Swamiji was the guest of that king of Alwar. His name is I think Mangal Singh. Then in his court they were discussing about the idol worship. Then Mangal Singh asked Swami Vivekananda, Swamiji, I don't believe in idol worship. Why do you worship idol or image or photo? Then in the court, there was a big picture of Mangal Singh was hanging on the wall. Swami Vivekananda said one of the ministers, you just take out that photo and put it here on the ground, and he asked some minister to spit on him. Then all ministers and other people were so disturbed. What is this? You are asking us to spit on the photo of our king. How we can king, how much we respect our king. We cannot spit on the photo of our king. Then Swamiji said, why? This is simply a photo. It is made of color and canvas. So why can you not spit on this photo? So, no, you cannot spit on the photo because we see our king, Mangal Singh, in this photo. You don't see as a picture, as in what is called color or canvas. Swamiji said, we also Hindu worship idol image not as idol or image or photo, but we see God in the image or idol. That is why we worship God. That is why we worship image. So we don't worship image as image or idol as idol, but we worship God, worship image as a God. We see God in them. And just my previous speaker was telling, you see the Hindus, they worship trees, they worship nature. How is it? It is something ridiculous. Dear friends, you also admit that in your religion, in Islam also, the Allah pervades everywhere. He is all pervading. Allah is not in the temple or mosque. Allah is all pervasive. Allah is present in being and non-living beings, in any being or living or non-living being, Allah is present everywhere. Similarly, in Hindu religion, we see God in everything, whether it is a living being or non-living being. We see the presence of God in the tree, in the stone, in a mountain, everywhere we see the presence of God. That is why we see the presence of God in the tree. That is why we worship tree as a God. We do not worship tree as a tree. So these are the things we see in our religion. And nowadays it has become an issue that in India particularly, that beep is not allowed. Earlier it was not the rule, but government is making a rule in India that the Muslim or anybody else cannot take beef. So slaughtering of cow is strictly prohibited in India. Earlier it was not a rule. Anyhow, now this rule is very much prevalent in India. And some my non-Hindu friend asked us, what is this? How can a cow become mother? You say, Go Mata. Dear friends, there is a philosophy behind it, and that philosophy is that milk, it nurtures the baby, it nurtures in human being, and milk is very balanced and nutritious diet, and the cow milk is the most balanced diet and nutritious, and we won't find such nutrition and balanced diet in other animals' milk. Only you will find that balanced diet and nutrition in the milk. Then when you in India, you'll find that many children are being given this cow's milk. So from long time, this is not today or yesterday, it is a long tradition. It is a tradition of 1,000 years that what is called children are given this cow's milk, and that is why you consider cow as a mother. So Hindus, they do not take beef, it's all right. They don't like beef, all right. Similarly, the Muslims, they don't like pork. They don't like pork. They don't eat pork. So you see, these are all what is called food habits, lifestyles. So we do not put emphasis on all these things. Dear friends, we talk about religion. You must understand there are two aspects of religion. One is external of religions, and another is internal of religion. And these rituals, whatever you perform by Muslim or Hindus or any religious people, that is, rituals are nothing but the external of religions. And the rituals are not the whole of religion. And that is why there is another aspect of religion, it is called internal of religion. And what is that internal of religion? Internal of religion is the core of religion. And this is the core of religion, the internal religion is nothing but spirituality. Perhaps nowadays everybody wants to become spiritual, and there is a lot of talk about spirituality in India and abroad, everywhere. That is that spirituality is the core of religion. In any religion, spirituality. What is the spirituality? Spirituality is nothing but some values to be practiced in human life. This is called spirituality. And what are the human values? Why we are called human being? And what is the difference between man and animal? If you see, apparently there is no difference between man and animal. Man also eats, and animal also eats. Man also go to sleep, animal also go to sleep. Man also take rest, animal also take rest. So apparently there is no difference between man and animal. So dear friends, there cannot be, apparently maybe difference, but basically there is a difference. And what is that? Basically there is a difference. Fundamentally there is difference between man and animal. What is that? One thing you must understand, the man has that faculty is called discriminating faculty. Man can think what is good and what is bad. An animal cannot think what is good and what is bad. A man can think what is good for him and what is bad for him. This discriminating faculty, the animal doesn't have. That is why man is called the best creation on this earth. And because of this faculty, any species on this earth except man doesn't have this discriminating faculty. Only the man has this wonderful discriminating faculty. In Sanskrit it is called Viveka Buddhi, Vichara Buddhi. That is why we find the fundamental difference between man and animal. That is why the human being must have some sterling human values. And what are the human values? All of you know what are the human values? Love, affection, then unselfishness, then what is called fellow feeling, brotherhood, friendship, these are the human values. If a person doesn't possess these values, that person cannot be called a human being. So you must possess these human values. And all religion, whether it is Islam or Christianity or Hinduism or Zoroastrianism, any religion on this earth declares and advocates the same thing, that you should be truthful, you must be accountable, you must be creditable, you must be what is called loving, you must be very transparent, you must be very friendly. All religion says. No religion says that you always speak lie. No religion says that you should quarrel with another religion. No religion says that you should break the head of the people of other religion. No religion says. But there are some misunderstanding regarding Islam also. We have been hearing that in Islam that is called kafir. If a Muslim kills the non-Muslim, more he will kill, soon he will go to Allah or he will reach Allah. There is some belief in Islam also. So dear friends, we know that this belief, this misunderstanding, why this misunderstanding? Why we Hindus feel like this? Because it was misinterpreted. Day before yesterday, I was asking my friend Irfanji, how is it that if you kill non-Muslim, then you will go, that they are kafir, they don't believe in Islam, and if you kill non-Muslim, then you will go to heaven or you go to Allah, you reach Allah, you will become one with Allah. Then he said, Swami, it is written in Quran regarding the kafir, but what is called presented nowadays is misrepresented, it is misinterpreted, it cannot be like this. So dear friends, there are misunderstanding and misconception about any religion, whether it is Hinduism, whether it is Christianity. There is a misbelief or what is called misconception about Christianity also. Because we believe, Hindus believe and other believer of other religion believes that Christianity is always put emphasis on conversion. That anyway, they believe in conversion. Whether Hinduism and other religion, they do not believe in conversion. But Christianity believe in conversion. Dear friend, so there is a misconception. Yes, they may believe in conversion, but that is not the only motto or goal of Christianity. So that is why you will find so many misconceptions about all religions, not only about Hindu religion. And dear friend, there is another characteristics of Hinduism you must understand, and that characteristics are the universal acceptance and universal tolerance. If you read the history of India and if you read the history of Hinduism, you will find there are two main characteristics, and the two main characteristics are this universal tolerance and universal acceptance. If you read the history, you will find that Hinduism, the Hindus, never rejects anybody. Never. They accept all. They respect all religions. They never hate any religion. You see, if you find in the history, in Indian history or in the history of Hinduism, that whenever anybody has come as a refugee, India has given the shelter. And about Parsi, you know about this, Parsis came to India. Then Parsis came to India, they were driven away from their country. They came to India and India gave them shelter. And they are living in India with all dignity. They are living peacefully in India. So dear friends, so this is the Catholicity, this is the liberal attitude of Hinduism. Dear friends, nowadays we talk about terrorism, and because we all are scared about this terrorism. And why this terrorism has come up? What is the reason behind it? We must understand, we must know why terrorism has come up. You see, and now particularly today's scenario, that all terrorism are sponsored by the Muslim and Muslim are involved in terrorism. It may be a fact to some extent, but why these young Muslim boys are trained, their brain are totally washed. It is called brain washing that are being done just to kill Muslim or non-Muslim, whatever it may be, and they are killing mercilessly. What is their philosophy? What is the reason behind it? Nobody knows. There may be some political intervention or some political people, they do it, or some people of ulterior motive, they do it just to divide the people. They believe in dividing rule policy. So there may be so many factors because of coming up this terrorism. So anyway, we have to live together. How we can live peacefully, that is called coexistence of religion in the world, it is very, very important. So, dear friends, let us all come forward, whether we belong to any religion, and we should come forward and we should put end to the terrorism, which is nowadays a burning issue, not only in Turkey or India, but in all over the world. So, dear friends, there may be difference in the lifestyle, in the culture, in the dress, in the language, but basically there is no difference. We are one and the same. If you see the essence of any religion, we will find we are one and the same. So religion always binds us. Religion never divides us. If religion divides us, that is not a true religion. So true religion is which unites us. So dear friends, my time is over. Sleep is given to me. That another 5 minutes. I think 5 minutes are over. Anyway, I am very happy to be here, and particularly I must appreciate the hospitality of the Turkish people. They are very hospitable. Wherever I have gone, they have welcomed us and they have entertained us. So I must appreciate this point, this quality, this sterling human quality, that is hospitality. It is a very, in our Hindu religion, it is called Atithi Devo Bhava. Atithi Devo Bhava means the guest is nothing but God. We treat a guest as a God. So here also you find in Turkey that these Turkish people are entertain any guest, whether they come from India or England or Germany or any other country, they entertain very nicely and they feel that they are one with all. That is very important. So dear friends, with these few words, I would like to conclude my speech, and I must thank that Indolog Bombay Foundation. Actually, they initiated all these things, and they invited us, myself and this Irfanji, come to Turkey, see our culture, see our tradition, see our religion, see our people, and then you will realize and understand what Turkey is. And really, we have seen everything. To some extent, we have understood the tradition and culture and civilization of Turkey. Undoubtedly, it is very rich culture. It is a very rich tradition, and I think it is one of the oldest culture and civilization on this earth. There is no doubt about it. Thank you very much for patient hearing. Namaskar, Dhanyavad. I would like to conclude my speech with a Vedic prayer, and it's a wonderful prayer, and that prayer is Sarve Bhavantu Sukhina, Sarve Santu Niramaya. Let all be happy, let all be healthy. Namaskar, Dhanyavad.